On our Blackboard site, in the course documents and links, if you scroll towards the bottom, there are two links here: CSS Corners and Shadows and Fun with Box Shadows. The CSS Corners and Shadows is a PDF document, and it is going to give you some CSS properties to add to your rules for round corners. You can also add drop shadows, and you can also add transparency. And we're going to do all three of those things, and we'll use three separate movies to talk about those. I want to start out with transparency, however, and note that there are different properties for different browsers. There's Internet Explorer, older versions of Safari, older versions of Netscape Navigator, and then everything else. And you can count on this working about 85% of the time. But I want to show you a version, a way that you can use transparency right from Photoshop very consistently and know that it will work every single time. So I have created this Photoshop layout, and notice as I zoom up on here, there are two areas that have some transparency. This future div container where I want some copy and other information to go, and then this area behind my navigation. So both of these things are transparent. And I want to show you a really easy trick using CSS to get that transparency behind a div tag and working regardless of what else is going to go inside of the div tag. So I'm going to start out by turning off, let me move some of my panels out of the way. I want to turn off the layers that I don't need. And because I have this background white, I need to make sure that that is also turned off. So it might be a little bit difficult to see what's happening. I have just a hint of the transparency behind my navigation. And this main area, a little bit easier to make out because I had the orange border around it. All I need to do is take my slicing tool and grab just the tiniest of pieces from that. And I'm going to zoom up so I'm sure that I'm within that navigation area, and just take a tiny little piece of that as well. I will switch over to my Slice Select tool, double click on this, and give it a name. So how about background main? Okay, that'll work. And then this graphic I will call background nav. Alright, the only trick is saving these with the right file format. So I'm going to go File, Save for Web and Devices, and I'm going to save both of these at the same time. So with my Shift key held down, it's a little bit difficult to see, but both of my intended slices have gold highlighted edges. So the trick is these have to be saved as ping24. Ping24 will support transparency, and as soon as I've chosen ping24, at least on this slice, you can see the hint of the checkerboard showing through. So everything else is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and save. And I have a folder called Round Corner Demo that I'm saving things into, and it will go inside of my images folder. I only want images only, and I only want selected slices, so I can go ahead and hit save. Alright, so I'm going to move over to Dreamweaver now, and here is my layout, sort of half constructed. I don't have my navigation in place yet, and I don't have my main content area. So I'm going to start with my main content area, and I'm going to draw an AP div and just kind of get that for now in the approximate position. I will select that and give it a name in my properties panel. Call that main. All right. So all I need to do is edit my main rule, my main style. I'll do that by double clicking on it. I will go to the background category and navigate and find, here's my background main, almost impossible to see in the preview, but I will go ahead and choose it. Now remember, backgrounds by default, they will tile. They'll stack next to each other horizontally, then they'll kind of go down to the next available row, and so on. So I should be able to hit apply right now and see that happening. And indeed, I don't have a lot of, mostly just texture behind here for now, but I can clearly see that it is transparent. It's seamless. No one will ever know that it's really just one tiny little square. And because only that one little square is downloaded, I'm able to cover a lot of ground here, which is the one graphic, and save on file size. The other thing I want to attach here, just to kind of mirror what I was doing in Photoshop, and it will set us up for a future demo, will be to go ahead and put a border on here. So I'm just going to sample this orange color. Oops, click off of that. Alright, so there's my transparent div tag. Because that's sitting in there as a background, this can grow width-wise, it can grow height-wise, and the graphic that's sitting in there as a background will continue to grow.